Hey guys, welcome to Java with Jawas. We're the Star Wars show where we drink coffee and we talk Star Wars news. We're really excited about this channel. We're really excited about the chance to be able to talk Star Wars.
Yep.
Just two guys drinking some coffee, talking Star Wars. Today we're drinking Avoca Coffee Roasters. This is called the Mogwai coffee.
Okay.
Awesome coffee, man. If you want to check this out, totally worth your while. But let's go and jump in Star Wars talk.
Let's do.
Man. Jump
I'm
in Star
ready.
Wars talk.
Let's do
All
it.
right. So just found out today, Triple Force Friday. Do you know what that is?
I think I've heard a little bit about it. Isn't that the whole merchandise thing?
Totally.
Yeah.
Every time there's a Star Wars movie that launches, I'm so excited about the chance to go and check out the new toys and merchandise. So I used to work at Toys R Us back when I was 18.
Yeah.
And it was madhouse of all the action figures, all the merchandise, all the T-shirts, all that stuff. So it was a really exciting time. So I'm really excited about this. I always like walking I don't usually buy anything.
Yeah.
But I like walking the aisles and checking it all out.
Here's my only complaint. So the only reason why I don't like this is because you start seeing maybe characters and things that you don't want to see yet.
Spoilers.
And so lots of spoilers.
Yeah, totally.
So you got to be careful of that. I mean, I don't know how many times I've walked down the aisle and I saw some cool alien or something. I'm like,
I did not see that.
Now, so that's already been, spoiled for me. But so, I mean, it's cool, but yeah, that's the biggest.
So it's October 4th, 2019. Okay. It's when this Triple Force Friday starts. And I think the triple is because we have Episode 9.
Right.
The Mandalorian.
Yep.
And I didn't know about this, but we have a new Star Wars game. It is called Jedi Fallen Order. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
What is that coming out on?
I don't know. I really don't know. I think we need to. Hey, if you guys know what system that's coming out on, maybe it's probably Xbox One and
PS4, maybe PC.
Yeah. Here's hoping for the Switch, which I know is not going to happen, but
you never know. I mean, they've been coming out with a lot of amazing games lately.
So tell us what you think about that. Do you guys buy the merchandise? Do you guys buy the action figures? As you can see back here, we got quite a bit of action figures going on and merchandise going on. So let us know what you think about that. Next in the news is this kind of off-the-cuff announcement that Benioff and Weiss, the guys who did the whole Game of Thrones, that their new movie that's going to be coming out, Star Wars movie coming out, it's actually going to be a trilogy.
Oh,
that dropped,
okay.
accidentally dropped because one of the producers of Game of Thrones had mentioned that Benioff and Weiss, they'll be back once they finish their trilogy of Star Wars films. So I think that has not been in the know, but now it's in the know that this is going to be a trilogy.
So, okay. Is that going to be different from what Rian Johnson is doing?
Rian Johnson?
Rian Johnson.
Yeah,
yes.
I think it is. I mean, so Rian Johnson's announcement happened, and then kind of got silent, and then Benioff and Weiss's announcement happened, and I assumed that Benioff and Weiss was just going to do a single movie, but to know it's a trilogy is very exciting, very interesting. Very interesting. What are your thoughts about their trilogy? What are your thoughts about them in general?
So them in general. I mean, I'm going to have a lot of hate for this, but I have not even seen one episode of Game of Thrones. But I've heard that they're amazing. The production value is just off the charts. So that does excite me that a group of people that know what they're doing is going to make Star Wars movies.
I think the hope is that this trilogy will be like Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay.
Or the early Jedi, or the beginnings of the Jedi, because they have such a good grasp on...
The stories just keep on going.
Yeah, imagine Game of Thrones with Star Wars with lightsabers. Mm-hmm. I mean, I think you can tell that story.
Ooh.
And that sounds pretty cool.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know in the expanded universe, I don't know if this is canon anymore. I know when they talked about the Jedi when they were very first starting, that even the lightsabers, they had to wear like a special pack that was attached to had a cable attached to the...
Like a proton pack? Like
well, it was before they knew how to put the crystals into the... So they had this stuff that they had to wear, this equipment they had to wear. And then, like I said, it had this cord that was attached to the sword. So I wonder if they'll do something cool with that. That could be cool.
That's crazy.
That could be really interesting.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think about the Benioff and Weiss, series, and you think it's exciting, you think it's cool, you think it's going to be, Knights of the Old Republic, you think it's going to be something, more in the new realm. But you kind of spoke to it about Rian Johnson's trilogy.
Yes.
And there was some news this week I don't know where a report came from, but the report came out that Rian Johnson was off of doing the trilogy. That he wanted to focus on other things, and that it was a mutual agreement that he was not going to do the trilogy. Mm-hmm. Turns out that was clickbait. False. Fake news.
So this came out when? Because I feel like
maybe it was last week or earlier this week. Might have been earlier this week.
Now, are you saying that earlier this week that was the clickbait
there was a
story?
There was a big report, and it started hitting the internet like wildfire.
Because for some reason I thought like last month or so it was something that
people assumed last month that Rian Johnson was off of it.
Okay.
Because of all the hate that's happened with The Last Jedi.
Okay.
But really this week, after the Benioff and Weiss report came out that they were doing a trilogy, then all of a sudden there was another article that came out saying that Rian Johnson's completely done with the trilogy. He's done with it. He's going to focus on his next film and no more Star Wars.
Okay.
And that winds up being fake news because Rian Johnson himself tweeted, "It is not true. I'm still working on the trilogy." So he said, with all due respect, that he is completely still on the trilogy. Okay. So, what are your thoughts about that? I know that you had some hate against The Last Jedi. Do you put that all on Rian Johnson? Do you put that on?
Well, yes, and here's why.
Okay.
Because he was given complete freedom.
So
it is.
He was given complete freedom, but Disney would not let anything happen that they would disagree with. So then I don't trust some of them as well. Yeah, I mean, Kathleen Kennedy might be Kathleen Kennedy greenlit The Last Jedi.
True.
Dude, the thing is that what people don't realize is J.J. Abrams, he read the script for The Last Jedi, and he said that he wishes he could be directing that movie. It was so good.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know, man.
I don't know if all the way on Rian Johnson.
We'll see. But who knows? Maybe it's hard for a director to take what someone's already done and then do something different with it or unique or whatever. So if he's able to just kind of take his own trilogy and do whatever he wants to with it, it might be better.
Yeah, are you a fan of Looper?
Yes, I like Looper. So when they very first announced that he was the director, I was like, cool, this is gonna be awesome. I love it. Yeah, Looper was a good movie. I loved it. I don't know what happened.
I think to your point, he's taking a property that's already established with the Skywalker saga, and he's having to put his stamp on it. And maybe he just needs something fresh. Yeah. Obviously, Kathleen Kennedy was impressed by him, by his pitch for this trilogy, and it's still ongoing. I think that we're not going to hear a lot about it until after The Last Jedi and after after the episode 9 and after the Mandalorian.
Right.
I think maybe even after the Benioff and Weiss trilogy, then we'll start to hear about Rian Johnson's trilogy.
This is what's going to be hard. Even with The Force Awakens introducing new characters, and of course back in the prequels introducing their characters, it's going to be hard to take. If he's kind of starting with like a clean slate, it's going to be, unless there's someone's already read about and knows a little bit of backstory, it's going to be hard to just have brand new characters and for you to really maybe care about those. I don't know. I mean, maybe not. Maybe that'll be a perfect opportunity for him to do something new and different.
Didn't Rogue One? Rogue One kind of did that. I mean, Rogue One had some familiarity with Grand Tarkin.
And that might be why it was one of my least favorite. I mean, I for as much as I wasn't excited about that movie, I will say I did like a lot of the action that was going on with it. Right. But I didn't care. A lot of the characters I just didn't really care about. I don't know. Either they didn't give you enough time, enough character development before they,
right.
Whacked them all.
Yeah. Obviously,
spoiler.
You and Kathleen Kennedy think differently. Yeah. Because we're getting a Cassian Andor series.
Okay.
A whole series.
Okay.
Of Cassian
Okay.
Andor.
Yeah.
So I think she thinks that he's an important character.
Okay. We'll see. I mean, yeah. I don't know.
And leading into that, we had the chance to do something really cool. We had the chance to go to the Void, which is this hyper realistic reality VR system thing. I don't even know how to explain it. So we got the chance to go to this VR. What would you even call it? It's not a game. It's like an experience. The VR experience.
It was an experience. Yeah.
Experience. We had a chance to go to this VR experience here in Texas, and it's only one of a few in the United States.
This is only one in Texas.
Only one in Texas, and we got to experience Secrets of the Empire. Take a look at the little recap we did, and we'll kind of chat about it a little bit.
awesome. That was so cool.
I mean, it was like real life, dude.
Yeah.
It was like you go
Totally
in,
immersive.
and you're right there where they put you. You smell what you're supposed to smell. You feel
the heat,
the air.
What got me was that you could go up to something and like
Grab it.
Grab
yeah,
it.
the
Like
handle. I pulled the handle. There was buttons to push. Yeah, I loved it.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts? What were your thoughts going into it? Have you ever done VR?
So
before?
I have done VR before, Oculus Rift. One of my friends has one, and so I have got to experience that. It's really cool. It can be a little disorienting at times. And
You're talking about the Rift.
The Rift. Yeah. And it's because here's the reason why. Because your brain, like if you're moving forward in space or turning around like in like maybe like a first-person shooter type environment, your brain is thinking that you should actually be moving forward as well, and you're not. You're staying still. So therefore, you want to like fall over. You get dizzy or whatever. This was like nothing I've ever seen before. The void, and just the way that it is like one-to-one
Absolutely
interaction.
Yeah, guys, you walk in and they suit you up in this vest and you get all this cool tech little helmet on, VR helmet, and the first thing you see is this little like icon. It's just a blue screen icon. You can move around. You're like, okay, this is VR. We've all done VR. We've all put the little glasses on, the Google glasses. No biggie. And then they open these doors for you and they're like, walk over here, sit down, and you're like, I can actually walk.
Yep.
And you actually walk.
Yeah, I grabbed a hold of the framing of the door because I thought, well, I was kind of nervous.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, it's
There's
actually,
a door. Yeah,
it's actually there.
The
and
VR thing you're seeing in your screen is actually
a door.
physically there.
Yeah. And then it said sit down, and I'm like,
Can I sit?
I've kind of put my like, oh, okay, there is something there. And
The only spoiler I'm going to give you, because we're not going to spoil anything,
No.
is that you are a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. So when you put the glasses on and they turn it on and you see your hands are stormtroopers, and then I see Brian over here, he looks like a stormtrooper. My friend Matt over here, he's
that
a
also
stormtrooper.
blew my mind
That was
because
ridiculous.
Again, in the VR space, you usually have two controllers, and you're hitting buttons and stuff to
Right.
to mimic like movement.
Yeah. So like you have a little controller, but in the game it's a gun.
Right.
Yeah.
But in this, for you to, I don't know if they have tracking up here in the helmet or what. So
It's like voodoo, dude.
it's hands free. You're just doing this, and you're wiggling your hands, and it was
Ridiculous.
doing exactly the same
Ridiculous.
thing. It was the craziest thing.
You experience smells and heat and
Yeah.
air. You walk off on this platform and you're on a planet and you look down and you see depth and
Yeah.
you're actually in a gun battle and it's ridiculous. You can
Yeah.
feel the fire, man. It's incredible.
Yeah, the only sense that they didn't weren't able to utilize was taste,
Right.
because everything else was.
Yeah. And the story was great. The story may play into something in the future because there's some characters you're going to recognize.
Yeah.
Some places you're going to recognize. What was your overall take on it? Do you think that was there anything negative?
The only negative is that it just wasn't long enough.
Absolutely.
It needed to be like 10 more minutes, and I think I would have been like, that's the sweet spot.
The price was a little high, but I feel like everyone, if you have a chance to, and it's in your area, definitely go, man. Or if
you need to experience at least once.
Yeah. The price is like around $30 a person, but you'll never experience anything like this before. You have to get out there and try it.
It is the future.
It is, absolutely.
It is, absolutely. So.
Most interactive game I've ever played in my life.
Oh yeah. It's great.
Yeah, tell us if you've been to the Void. What was your experience like? They have other experiences too. They have, I think, a Wreck-It Ralph experience, a Ghostbusters experience, even a haunted house type experience. But let us know what your thoughts are. All right, guys, our last topic we're going to be talking about is Star Wars Celebration. We're excited about Star Wars Celebration because we're going to get finally a trailer for Episode 9. We'll probably learn about the Mandalorian series, maybe the Cassian Andor series, some animated stuff. We're going to learn about a lot. But one of the things that just dropped today was the fact that Ian McDermott, the powerful and great Emperor Palpatine,
yes.
Sheev Palpatine,
Right.
he's going to be at Star Wars Celebration, and they're making a big deal about it. And the questions are, why are they making a big deal about it? Could it be because he is going to be in Episode 9? The Emperor himself in Episode 9, could that be the big bad guy? What are your thoughts on that? How would they even do that? How would the Emperor come back? How in the world could they pull that one off that makes sense?
The only thing that I can think of is again, expanded universe stuff,
Okay.
which they're not. They are dipping into and twisting it just enough to make it their own.
What is expanded? I don't know anything about the
So expanded. I mean, for
like what?
I mean, those are just all the stories and the lore that's been written back before Disney took it over, and then they changed a lot of it to make it their own.
So how does Emperor?
So the Emperor actually comes back as there is a clone Emperor. So once this was during the time period between Return of the Jedi and Force Awakens, or
Right.
back then there was no Force Awakens, but yeah. So that was when they discovered the Emperor has come back as a clone. He's young again, and then Luke Skywalker goes to battle him. He turns to the dark side.
Luke's dead now.
Right, so that's not going to happen.
Right?
And then Leia, with lightsaber in hand, comes and...
Okay, lightsaber in hand, but is she floating in space like Mary Poppins?
No, she's not.
Dang it.
No, she's not. No, because, again,
Right,
she was young. She
Okay,
was
this is all
younger.
younger.
Yeah, they're all younger. This is very
Okay.
short after
Right.
Return of the Jedi. So yeah, I mean, I guess they could do something with the list.
Would that excite you if he was in it, or would that completely I feel like it's at a left field, like completely. Oh, you haven't mentioned him at all in the movies, and now he's in there.
Yeah,
that's kind of weird to me.
I mean, it excites me only that what cool thing could they do with the Emperor, and how could they maybe unleash his power even more than you've seen in the past. But you're right about it being so out of left field. The fact they have not mentioned him, I don't even think they mentioned him in The Force Awakens.
The Last Jedi, Luke mentions him. He says something about Darth Sidious.
Okay.
He's like, something. I think he mentions Darth Sidious by name. I don't know, man. It would be cool. I think they need a big bad guy. I don't think Kylo Ren's going to work as the supreme leader or whatever.
No. He's too unstable.
He's too unstable, and he's too much of a he's just not menacing enough.
Yeah.
So I think they need somebody. I mean, it could happen. We'll see. Let us know what you guys think about that. Do you think Emperor Palpatine needs to be in this film? Do you think that there's a different bad guy? Do you think that he's just showing up for Star Wars Celebration because I think it's the 20th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. Mm. So could it be 20 years?
20 It was 1999. Yeah.
So that might be one of the reasons why he's there. I think Hayden Christensen's probably going to be back there as well. But
cool.
He definitely was the best thing about the prequels. So let us know what you guys think. And I think the show went pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tune back in. I think we're going to be doing this weekly, just chatting about Star Wars. And guys, news is going to be jumping like crazy.
It will be.
Once Star Wars Celebration happens and they start promoting the heck out of Episode 9, we got the Disney streaming service, so new shows for Disney streaming service. Beginning. It's just beginning.
Yeah.
I think if you're a Star Wars fan, this is the time to be a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, absolutely.
See you next time, guys.
All right, later.